Hello everyone, my name is V and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks that help you to organize and prepare for the next academic year. Let's start right now. Okay, so the next academic year is upcoming and you are become so worried and frustrated because you are afraid of making the same mistakes that don't prepare enough or carefully for the previous academic year, so you had a bad results of the examinations. Yeah, I know it. So today, as I told, I will share with you 5 tips and tricks that help me to organize and prepare for my new academic year easier and more effectively. Let's get started right now. So, the first tip is that you have to read through all the notes and exams you have taken in your previous year. So many people asking me that this step isn't as necessary as I thought, because reading again the notes or tests aren't really related to the next academic year. But never ignore this step, because if you are revise and you revise and go through all the notes and remember all the things you have learned at the previous year, it may become more and much easier for you the next academic year. Because who knows, if there is some topics or chapters that are related to your previous year, so don't ignore this step or neglect it, because this method is actually influenced on me a lot. Because I have tried this method for my previous year and I found it's actually worked for me. Okay, so that's the first step, is to go through and organize all your necessary and important notes for the academic exam and try to remember and memorize all that stuff. So the next method is to make a checklist for your subjects. So as a secondary school student, I already have many subjects to learn school. I have over 12 subjects, so I have to learn a lot, not only in math or English or literature, but also in other subjects like geography, chemistry, or art, music, and history, and so on. I have many subjects to learn school. But I have a bonus tip of this video that I haven't heard on YouTube before, is that make a to-do list or make a checklist for each lesson in your subjects. For example, this is my math checklist. You can see that I have divided this into 5 groups. The first, either lesson, next either name of the lesson or the topic, and then I have a group that I written the pages of that topic so that I can find it easier and convenient when I actually need it. For example, revise or something like that. So 3 other steps or 3 other groups is for me to write the flashcard, notes, practice questions, and finally is flashcards. So this way will help you to check or help you to be more organized, that what things you learned and what things you haven't learned for your lecture. So you will prepare for your next lecture more carefully, so you can answer all the questions that your professors or teachers asking you at that lesson. So during the previous year, I wrote almost the checklist for the subjects at school except art and music, because I don't think that I have to do that, and I actually find it work for me. And yeah, you can try it too, and try to do all these subtopics or lessons before your academic exam. Yeah. Okay, so that's the second tips. And the third tip is that buy all your stationery and buy all the stationery stuffs for your new academic exam, for the new academic year. Many people don't get into the habit of preparing or buying enough stationery for your year, and then it causes a lot more problems in the exam because you don't have any stops like calculator or rulers, pencils for your lecture, and if you miss all of that, it will have your studies become very difficult. So try to spend sometimes in a week to go to your stationery store near your home or near your school to buy all the stuffs you need for the next year. For example, you need to buy some notebooks or some textbooks. Yeah, textbooks are a very important materials you definitely need for your school. Yeah. And also pencils, some stuffs like pencils, pens, highlighters, sticky notes, rulers, calculator, planners or calendars, and so more on. You just make a to-do list that I have told you at the tips number 2, so that you will be like check or tick all the things that you have bought recently, so you won't miss anything. Okay, so that's the tip 3. And tip number 4 is create a weekly planner for your summer holiday. So I am a self-study learner, and I decided to spend my whole summer to learn language, to learn English, and some more lessons for my upcoming academic year. And since then, I decided to make a weekly planner so that I will become more productive and organized better in my study materials. I will do this checklist like that, and will write down each important tasks for each day. And you can also spend the whole Sunday revising and looking through all the lessons or the topics that you have learned that week recently, so that way we help you to remember information well. Because if you are learning every day and never revise or look through what you learn, and you will forget it very easily. So try this method. And the next tip, or in other words, the final tips I want to tell you in this video, quite important, and I highly recommend you implementing this method right after watching my video, is that, okay, let me think. Okay, I remember, is that, yay, watching Khan Academy. So if you don't know, the Khan Academy is a non-profit organization that helps students all over the world to learn whatever subjects you want. For example, at the Khan Academy courses, you will be provided math, literature, grammar, history, geography, biology, and so more subjects. And I have recently been using Khan Academy for my class materials at school, and I find that this website is actually really useful and helpful for me, since it helps me to watch some YouTube lectures, and then I will understand more and gathered more what's going on my lessons, because the most biggest mistake I have ever made on my previous year is that I didn't get into the habit of preparing or watching any YouTube lectures before my actual lecture happened. So try this method after watching this video. Try to access into Khan Academy and pick up a subject that you love the most. That's all the tips. Thank you very much.